I was proved wrong. We actually had a very entertaining IndyCar Grand Prix here in Indianapolis. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to give you the picturesque view that I hoped to give you on the open to the public track invasion. As you can probably tell, the thing that gave us this fantastic race, the rain, is coming down quite profusely right now, and I have to do it underneath the 100-year-old grandstand that they have here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. But you might not have seen it before, so I guess you've seen something different. So this obviously was the best Grand Prix of Indianapolis period in the race's history. And regardless of this, and regardless of the fact that pretty much 98% of the race was led by a driver not named Will Power or Simon Pagenaud, it didn't matter. It was an inevitability. Simon Pagenaud managed to take home the win. I mean, it was against all odds. I will say, however, I'm really happy that this race turned out exactly the way it did. As NBC's first race, I think it couldn't have gone better for them. Boy, I hope the TV rating is good. I hope it went up. If it didn't, I don't know what people want to watch, because I think that race was probably much better on TV than it was in person. At the start of the race, we had the traditional Indy Grand Prix lap 1 crash, and it happened before the start of the race with Patricio O'Ward running into Alexander Rossi, ruining his race. O'Ward did get a penalty for that, rightly so. I don't really know why that happened. It was kind of tough to tell from where we were. I just kind of moved around the track throughout the race, so I might have missed some things. We had a couple of restarts during the race that really shook things up. Unfortunately, we saw Colton Herta, who was one of the fastest drivers here all weekend long, get taken out by Jack Harvey. I don't know exactly who was at fault. From my eye, it looked like Harvey turned in on him, but I could be wrong. But it eliminated Herta from the race and certainly hurts his points standing, despite having a win this season. One of the most controversial things of this race was the yellow flag, which was brought out for Helio Castroneves when he went off into the gravel trap over in turn 1, and it definitely looked fishy. It definitely looked suspicious. I don't know if it was. It had a lot of those vibes of Sage Karam at Mid-Ohio in 2015, I think that was, because it benefited Joseph Newgarden, who was out front on strategy. A lot of strategy in this race. Again, the weather being unpredictable helped a lot with that. It was the choices of tire that were so important in this race. And ultimately, because of that yellow with Castroneves, we had some drivers actually that were running at the front of the pack, like Scott Dixon and Jack Harvey. Don't worry, we'll talk about Jack Harvey, who went to Reigns early. And then we get to what I think is the most controversial moment of this race, where IndyCar extended a caution, I believe artificially, to keep everyone on a level playing field. I think that's complete and utter horse pucky. I don't think they should have done it. I think it's ridiculous that they extended a caution to do that, and then they extended it further. They actually had the lights out on the safety car, and they were about to go green, and they waved it off because some of the lap guys, some of the guys running at the back, hadn't caught up. And I think that's ridiculous. They should never have done that. But what that did set us up for was a fantastic finish, in which Simon Pagenaud went from, I think, 5th or 6th on the restart, drove up through the field, actually caught Scott Dixon with 2 laps to go and passed him. And we finally had a pass for the lead in the last 2 laps of a race. A lot of people have been begging and hoping for an exciting race. You've gotten one. And we had some great performances as well. Jack Harvey, fantastic. Great all weekend. Easily the fastest of the Schmidt guys. That was fantastic. I was really happy, was really rooting for Jack Harvey. If things had gone a little bit differently, he probably would have won the race. Mateus Laced, finally getting a Foyt car up in the top 5 for the first time this season. Shout out to him. That was great. Marcus Ericsson, I forgot to mention him. Boy, that was a weird looking crash. I wonder if it was Grosjean's fault. So, I think that's about everything. This race, again, best Indy GP of all time. That's not saying much. We still only have 2 winners of this race. The real month of May is about to begin on Tuesday as the cars head out on the oval, and I couldn't be more excited about that. And I guess I will end with answering the question, should the Indy GP really be gone? I would say no, but only if it rains. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been David Land on YouTube. Subscribe for more IndyCar and Indy 500 month coverage, and I will see you in the next video.